I knew Hasan was a leftist and was super educated on the topic, so I decided to watch a stream one day. It took about 10 minutes for me to realize how crazy I was being. Ever since then, I've been watching the stream daily. I seriously look at the stuff Ethan is saying now and think, how does anyone buy this? So cute, my little Hasanito. The Houthis are now a prominent fixture in American political discourse and a significant part of American foreign policy right now because Donald Trump just facilitated a ceasefire negotiation with them. And in that process, not only did Donald Trump facilitate a ceasefire negotiation with them, but he actually fucking praised them. Trump praises the Houthis' bravery. You know, we hit them hard. They had great capacity to withstand punishment. They took tremendous punishment. You could say there's a lot of bravery there. It was amazing what they took, but we honor their commitment and their word. This motherfucker is a steady room reader, dude. Like, there it is. He said it straight up. And he's not wrong. He is right on this. He is right on this. I know people will freak the fuck out, and I really hope that liberals don't actually look at a commentary like this and then freak out and lose their minds, okay? What will Asman say now? Will Asman say, yeah, based? Will Asman agree with me now? Now that Trump is also agreeing with my position? Will Asmongold also agree with me? He'll say, yeah, based to him while simultaneously chirping about me? Probably. I think the worst part of his video for me is how he's trying to convince that you're lying, manipulative, fake leftist that's trying to get people hyped on terrorism when he doesn't see that's exactly what he's doing for Israel. Exactly. What do you realistically think it would take for Ethan to finally see the truth of how he's conducted himself? I don't think he's, I think it's gone. It's over. That's not my concern. That's not my business. I don't think that will ever happen. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not think that is going to happen. I'm happy to be wrong on this. I don't care about Ethan changing his mind either. I do care, however, about like this is what I wanted to read to you. Okay. This is important. Something changed. I just watched the end of the stream tonight, and I got to say, that was one of the moments where I said, something changed for me. I was a former H3 fan. I honestly didn't watch Leftovers that often, but I knew who Hasan was. When all the drama started going off, I had no idea what it was for. Since I didn't watch Leftovers, I honestly didn't really care. I watched H3 for the goofs and gaffs, not for politics. A few months later, Leftovers ended. I remember talking to my friend who's very pro-Palestine. When I would repeat the things Ethan was saying about what's going on there, she looked at me like I was crazy. And I had no idea why. I thought I was pro-Palestine, but the way my friend was looking at me made me take a hard look. I was not doing any research on the topic. I simply just agreed with what Ethan was saying because why would he lie? He is my progressive king. He is literally Jewish. He would know. I knew Hasan was a leftist and was super educated on the topic, so I decided to watch a stream one day. It took about 10 minutes for me to realize how fucking crazy I was being. Ever since then, I've been watching the stream daily. I seriously look at the stuff Ethan is saying now and think, how does anyone buy this? But I do get why people buy it, because they trust him. Let's just say Hasan has changed my entire perspective. Throughout my entire life, I've been a fan of so many creators that have fallen off or have been canceled, and it seemed like there's been a lack of good in the online space these days. What really sticks out to me about Hasan and this community is the clear-cut, unwavering moral code. I think that's the thing that most creators lack. Realizing this gave me a whole different perspective on not only the content I consume, but the things I stand for in my own life. At the end of the stream tonight, they talk about how he deals with all the hate he gets online. Made me respect him so incredibly much. Seriously, so inspiring. Sorry for the rant. Just want to say I'm a proud member of this community, and I appreciate the grace, respect, and support you guys give to everyone, no matter where they came from. And this is it. This right here is why I think what Ethan is doing is purely selfish, but because I don't think he cares all that much. Like, I don't think he cares about like defending Israel and is like crafting this like nefarious Mossad-backed, carefully crafted propaganda against a prominent pro-Palestinian advocate. You know, I don't think that's the case. I think he's being used by people who might have different reasons as to why they want to deplatform me. Some of it might revolve around Israel. But overall, I think his own personal agenda here is that he feels wronged. He feels slighted. He feels as though, people simply don't understand where he's coming from on this issue. And why do they not understand where he's coming from this issue? Because Hasan has brainwashed people. Hasan is the face of pro-Palestinian content online, and he's brainwashed people, and he has made people hate him personally. Okay? And in that process, he also is slamming a healthy dose of pro-Israeli propaganda without even personally thinking about it, without even recognizing it. He's not checking his own personal biases here. And that is what is frustrating about this process, because there are a lot of people who are just going around misinformed, taking what Ethan is saying at face value, taking what I say at face value as well. But the main difference between someone like myself and someone like Ethan is that you can actually check the sources. Like, I'm not arriving at these conclusions on my own off the top dome, just making shit up. I'm actually showing you where the sources are. I'm showing you how I arrive at the opinions that I arrive at. And unfortunately, because this is always going to be a nuanced position that is not necessarily broadly represented in Western media, you can very quickly cut this shit. You can very quickly cut certain aspects of it. One of the greatest examples of this was the back and forth that I was having with Nick Pollum about Hezbollah. And that clip that is featured heavily all over the Context Nuke, and that clip that has been used time and time again, the I have no issue with Hezbollah clip, has been used over and over again. And if you actually look at the full conversation that I was having, and it's an offhanded remark that I had towards Nick Pollum in the morning, even in that situation, I actually offer additional context that immediately destroys the way that he is trying to frame it. Like, that in and of itself is like, this is a perfect demonstration of how these guys approach the subject matter. And I don't think they actually realize, like Ethan, or maybe his fans don't realize, that the way that they are engaging in this nefarious framing is unironically is not only damaging for all pro-Palestinian advocates in general, but it can actually lead to legal repercussions, especially when you have this Trump administration that's perfectly willing and perfectly able and perfectly interested in undermining the First Amendment, undermining the Constitution, by using Israel as a way to open the door to further prosecution of non-citizens, and then also even American citizens as well.
hiện在太陽風呀風風風味，是做太陽是毛色都飞，看看到我们的職業班美，這裡本身當家。